Every creature, from the tiniest microorganism to the largest mammals, carries with them an instinct for survival. This instinct is foundational, ensuring the continuity of life across millions of years. However, when it comes to human beings, this mechanism, while crucial, can sometimes become an overbearing shadow, overshadowing other essential aspects of our existence. For our ancestors, survival meant being constantly alert. The rustling of leaves might indicate a predator, and a sudden change in temperature might signal a coming storm. In those moments, their bodies would be flooded with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, preparing them for the impending danger, either to face it or flee from it. This fight or flight mode was, and still is, a critical response to immediate threats. But as civilization progressed, our challenges became more complex. Unlike our ancestors, most of us no longer face daily threats from predators or severe climatic shifts. Instead, our threats have taken on a more insidious form: looming deadlines, financial pressures, social expectations, and personal insecurities. Ironically, these modern-day challenges trigger the same fight or flight response in us, keeping our bodies and minds in a perpetual state of high alert. In this state of heightened stress, our bodies are constantly producing stress hormones. While these hormones are beneficial in short bursts, prolonged exposure can lead to health problems like heart disease, obesity, and mental health issues. More than just a physiological response, this survival mode begins to define our worldview. We see potential threats everywhere, from the stranger on the street to the challenging work email, to even our own self-worth when compared to peers on social media. Moreover, when we operate primarily from this survival mode, our vision narrows. Instead of seeing the expansive possibilities and beauty that life offers, we see only problems, challenges, and obstacles. The world feels like a battleground, and every interaction becomes a potential conflict. The key question is, how do we break free? How do we transcend this survival instinct that, while essential in certain scenarios, limits our potential in daily modern life? The answer, as we'll explore further in this book, lies in understanding the power of meditation and its capability to reset, realign, and rejuvenate our body, mind, and spirit. Every individual, at some point in their journey of life, has experienced the heavy cloak of fear, the burning grip of anger, or the consuming abyss of sadness. These aren't just transient feelings that come and go. They're powerful energies that deeply affect our psyche, our actions, and ultimately, our life's trajectory. Fear, often seen as a primal emotion, has been integral to our evolutionary journey. From avoiding venomous snakes to being wary of heights, fear has served a protective function, ensuring our safety and survival. But in our contemporary world, fear has morphed into something much more pervasive. It's no longer just about physical threats. We fear judgment, rejection, failure, and even the unknown. This kind of prolonged, intangible fear acts as an anchor, preventing us from taking risks, exploring new opportunities, or even expressing our true selves. Instead of protecting us, it confines us, often making us prisoners in our own minds. Anger, on the other hand, is an emotion of fire. While it can serve as a catalyst, pushing us to stand against injustice or protect ourselves and loved ones, unchecked anger can be destructive. It builds walls, cutting us off from meaningful connections, understanding, and compassion. Instead of communicating, we end up clashing. Instead of understanding, we jump to conclusions. And in the long term, suppressed anger can manifest in myriad health issues, from hypertension to mental health challenges. Then there's sadness, a profound emotion that often stems from loss, unmet expectations, or disappointments. While it's natural to feel sadness, lingering in its depths for prolonged periods can cast a shadow over the vibrant colors of life. It can make us passive, leading us to a state of inertia where joy, enthusiasm, and zest for life seem like distant dreams. The challenge lies not in the emotions themselves, but in our relationship with them. When we allow these emotions to dominate our daily lives, they become our lens for viewing the world. Every situation, person, and experience is colored by these limiting emotions, creating a feedback loop where our negative experiences further intensify these feelings. But the silver lining is that these emotions, however limiting, aren't the entirety of our emotional spectrum. Just as the night makes way for dawn, these limiting emotions can pave the way for growth, transformation, and enlightenment. But this transition requires introspection, understanding, and a tool to guide us out of the labyrinth of our own emotions. In the vast expanse of human history, cultures, religions, and philosophies across the world have celebrated the power of meditation. It's not just a ritual or a practice. It's a journey, a bridge that carries us from our anchored reality to the limitless horizons of our consciousness. More than ever, in today's world of ceaseless noise, distractions, and demands, the call to meditate, to connect with one's deeper self, has become not just a desire, but a necessity. Imagine for a moment a river, its waters tumultuous and chaotic, mirroring the stormy skies above. This river represents our mind in the throes of survival instincts and limiting emotions. Every thought, every worry, every past regret, and future anxiety creates ripples, making it hard to see clearly. Now, consider what happens when the storm subsides and calm prevails. The river's surface becomes serene, reflecting the beauty of the world around it with clarity and depth. That is what meditation offers: clarity amidst chaos, and depth amidst superficiality. Meditation is often misunderstood as an act of doing nothing. In reality, it is an act of profound creation. When we meditate, we consciously choose to move away from reactive patterns and create a new narrative for our lives. Instead of being slaves to external triggers, we begin to master our internal world. We transition from a state where life's events control our emotions to a state where our centeredness shapes our experiences. This transformative process has profound implications. Firstly, it frees up enormous amounts of energy. Think of how much mental and emotional energy is expended in worry, anger, or regret. When we meditate, we redirect this energy towards creation, towards manifesting our dreams, aspirations, and a higher state of being. Moreover, meditation establishes a dialogue with our deeper selves. It's akin to tuning into a frequency long forgotten, where insights, inspirations, and intuitions flow freely. Many great thinkers, artists, and visionaries have attributed their groundbreaking ideas to moments of deep introspection and meditation. Why? Because in the stillness of meditation, we tap into a reservoir of creativity and potential that remains largely untouched in our day-to-day hustle. But how does one begin this journey? How do we ensure that the practice of meditation isn't just a fleeting interest, but a transformative experience? The steps are simple yet profound: commitment, consistency, and compassion. Commitment to the practice, consistency in its application, and compassion towards oneself, especially on days when the mind feels uncontrollably restless. At the heart of human existence lies a fundamental longing, a yearning to belong, to connect, and to be understood. Throughout history, we've built communities, societies, and civilizations around this very notion of connection. Yet, in a paradox of our modern age, despite being more interconnected than ever before, many of us feel increasingly isolated and separated. The illusion of separation starts with the self. We begin by categorizing and boxing ourselves into identities, by nationality, by profession, by religion, by socioeconomic status. While these identities can offer a sense of belonging, they also inadvertently create barriers, limiting our understanding of the expansive and interconnected tapestry of human existence. But what if we could look beyond these self-imposed boundaries? What if we could tap into a deeper, more profound connection, not just with our immediate community, but with the universe itself? Meditation offers us this bridge. In the stillness of our introspective moments, we begin to dissolve the barriers of ego, identity, and prejudice. We start to realize that beneath our various labels and identities, we are fundamentally made of the same cosmic matter. This understanding, more than just being a philosophical or poetic idea, has its roots in quantum physics, where particles separated by vast distances instantaneously influence each other, a phenomenon aptly termed entanglement. As we deepen our meditation practice, we start to experience this interconnectedness firsthand. It's in the shared joy of laughter, in the collective sorrow of loss, in the silent understanding between two beings, and in the inexplicable pull towards kindness, compassion, and love. It's a realization that our actions, thoughts, and emotions create ripples in the cosmic web of existence, impacting not just our immediate surroundings, but the larger universe in ways we might not immediately perceive. The benefits of cultivating this sense of connection are profound. For one, it brings about a heightened sense of empathy. When we understand that we are deeply linked to every being and element around us, we begin to care more profoundly. The pain of another isn't just their pain. It resonates with us. The joy of another elevates us. This empathy then becomes the catalyst for collective growth, unity, and healing. Additionally, realizing our interconnectedness can act as an antidote to the growing sense of loneliness and isolation in our digital age. When we feel connected to the world around us, both seen and unseen, loneliness doesn't stem from a lack of company, but rather from a temporary disconnection from this universal truth. I hope you enjoyed today's message. See you in the next video.